Which thing Joseph saw, and he fell on his father's face, and wept and kissed him. And he commanded his servants, leeches, that they should anoint his father with sweet-smelling spiceries, while they fulfilled his behest. 40 days passed, that they should anoint his father with sweet-smelling spiceries. While they fulfilled his behest, 40 days passed, for this was the custom of dead bodies that were anointed. And Egypt bewept him 70 days. When the time of wailing was fulfilled, Joseph spake to the mina of Pharaoh, If I have found grace in your sight, speak ye in the ears of Pharaoh. For my father charged me, and said, Lo, I die. Thou shalt bury me in my sepulchre which I dig to me in the land of Canaan. Therefore I shall go up that I bury my father, and I shall turn again. And Pharaoh said to him, Go up and bury thy father, as thou art charged. And when Joseph went up, all the elder men of the household of Pharaoh went with him, and all the greater men in the birth of the land of Egypt, and all the household of Joseph with their brethren, without little children, and flocks, and great beasts, which they left in the land of Goshen, went with him. And he had chariots and horsemen, and fellowship with him, and the company was made not little. And they came to the corn floor of Atad, which is set over Jordan, where they made the service of the dead body, which great wailing and strong, and filled 7 days. And when the dwellers of the land of Canaan had seen this, they said, This is a time of great wailing to the Egyptians. Therefore they called the name of that place the wailing of Egypt. Therefore the sons of Jacob did as he had commanded to them, and they bare him into the land of Canaan, and they buried him in the double den, which den with the field Abraham had bought of Ephron the Hittite against the face of Mamre, into possession of the sepulchre. And Joseph turned again into Egypt with his brethren and all the fellowship, when his father was buried, and when their father was dead. The brethren of Joseph dreaded and spake together, lest peradventure he be mindful of the wrong which he suffered, and yield to us all the evil that we did. And they sent to him and said, Thy father commanded to us before that he died, that we should say to thee these things by his words. I beseech thee, that thou forget the wickedness of thy brethren, and the sin and malice that they haunted against thee. Also we pray thee, that thou forgive this wickedness which we did to thy father, the servant of God. When these things were heard, Joseph wept. And his brethren came to him, and worshipped low to the earth, and said, We be thy servants. To which he answered, Do not ye dread, whether we may against stand God's will. Ye thought evil of me, and God turned it into good, that he should enhance me, as ye see in this present time, that he should make safe many peoples. Do not ye dread, I shall feed you and your little children. And he comforted them, and spake sweetly and lightly to them. And Joseph dwelled in Egypt with all the house of his father, and he lived 100 years. And he saw the sons of Ephraim till to the 3rd generation. And the sons of Machir, the son of Manasseh, were born in the knees of Joseph. When these things were done, Joseph spake to his brethren, After my death God shall visit you, and he shall make you to go up from this land, to the land which he swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And when Joseph had charged them with an oath, and had said, God shall visit you, bury ye out with you my bones from this place, he died when 110 years of his life were filled, and he was anointed with sweet-smelling spiceries, and he was kept in a bier in Egypt.